We're getting it on opening day, opening weekend, and it just like it felt like it flopped to us, and we were just like, "Oh my god!"
Okay, I'm back.
Like, oh, he's back.
Was I not being heard the entire time before?
No, not.
We've
at
been
all.
having full-on conversations.
Hold on. Okay, so the thing is, I reset my headphones. I unplugged them in, plugged them in. I was like, "Can you guys hear me?" And at one point in time, Toren, it just timed out perfectly. Me saying, "Do you guys hear me?" And you go, "Oh, you dead?" I was like, "Oh, okay. Here's the joke." And then I kept chiming in with things. I kept chiming in with things, but I guess you couldn't hear any of them.
What's up, guys? This is Xavier.
This is Harrison.
And this is Toren, and together we make
Hato
and Co. Nice.
And this is the Universal Food Blog. We do have some special guests that's going to be joining us during these episodes. As you heard there, Hato and Co. If you guys don't know who I am, I'm Xavier. I am the chief editor of Universal Food Blog. From Michigan. I guess say it's my favorite ride. When I say favorite ride, let's say our favorite ride in Orlando. My favorite ride in Orlando, yeah. It's actually Mako. Mako's my favorite ride. Favorite park, that's going to be Islands of Adventure.
Wow.
Favorite food item is going to be pancakes.
Amazing.
You can't go wrong with a good pancake. Go ahead, Toren. You go next.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm born and raised here in Florida, which I guess is not a very common thing to find natural Floridians. Man, my favorite ride, though. Well, I mean, like, Harrison and I are like the same person.
We're like the same person, so I'm pretty sure we're going to have the same ideas for favorite rides.
So, let's start with favorite parks. And then we'll say our favorite ride. And I think just for the sake of it being Universal, we'll just stay on the Universal Park.
Yeah, okay.
So favorite park is on the count of three. Ready?
Okay, yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Islands of Adventure. Yeah.
Perfect. Great. And then our favorite ride. Ready? On the count of 3.
Wait. At Islands?
Or
overall? Wait.
Yeah, let's just do overall at Universal Orlando.
Okay.
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3.
Men in Black.
Mayhem.
Oh.
What?
Oh.
Okay, is this before 3D or after 3D?
I'd have to say this is with 3D.
Oh, okay. Now it's that's a great. I was there before it opened. Fun fact. I've said this, I think I mentioned it once, that I definitely didn't illegally record that ride when it first opened. I definitely didn't hide my my actual glasses, and like fold them up on my shirt and then put my iPod Touch in there to film it. The video did get a lot of views, but it was taken down a couple months later.
Dang. Okay. Well, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm also gonna have to follow up and say that my favorite food is waffles, specifically chicken and waffles.
Okay.
Ooh, chicken and waffles. Man,
we kind of skipped.
We have to talk about that.
Oh yeah. I will mainly too. Toren. Well, no, Toren did. Anyways, okay. Getting ahead of myself there. That's the end. That's the end later on. We stepped over it, but it's okay because we wanted to do our little bit there. I'm Harrison. Toren sitting here saying there's not many people born native to Florida. I've lived here my whole life as well.
As you do.
We discussed some of our favorite rides. And so, listen, this is a weird option for my favorite food, and Toren's going to say something about it now. I don't care. My favorite food is rice.
Mr. Sad Boy Rice up here.
Okay, what type of rice though? Is it like white rice or fried rice?
No.
Okay.
I'm talking short grain, long grain, broken rice, yellow rice, jasmine rice, like every kind of rice there is. You can do so much with it. You can have it as a solid base for something. It can be steamed or whatever. No, but you can also have it as like in a risotto or like other. Rice.
Yeah, but I catch him eating just straight rice, and that's what makes me just think it's sad boy rice. And it's not even like sad.
It's flavored.
It's
There's stuff going into it. I'll boil it in
flavor,
chicken stock, and I'll add like garlic and onions and other things in there to make it good.
I think it's definitely one of those things that's like, I'm on a pinch on what I can go buy food. Look, here's a bag of rice. This is what I'm eating for dinner.
What am I on, Survivor? Like, no,
Survivor.
Yeah, Survivor. I'd be great at that show. I love rice.
No kidding.
I mean, I used to, I do that with ramen. Like, I will go to Walmart or the Asian market stores, and I'll buy the plain ramen, and I'll add stuff to it.
Zhuzh it up.
Add just zhuzh it up. Make a whole meal out of it.
There you go, Toren. It's not just a sad boy rice.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. I guess we can move on to some resort news. Don't have a lot going on right now over at Universal. They did take down the walls over at Velocicoaster right now. Mm-hmm. It looks like they maybe are running 4 trains. It's really hard to tell how many trains are running right now, but it's looking pretty. Definitely at nighttime when she has light and package on. That ride it looks amazing.
That ride still scares me, dude. The fact that it does everything that it does on that roller coaster and it's just a lap bar is pure insanity.
It's better than, I think, just a plain comfort collar, though.
Shout out to that theme park in Tampa that does comfort collars.
Which are like shoelaces around your neck going, you're hanging upside down for a little bit. This will be fine. You'll be okay.
As long as you're comfortable with this thing around your neck, I'm sure it'll be fine.
Well, no.
Oh my God.
The one thing that bothered me about the walls being down, it's cool. There's these railings in front of you. Obviously to be you shouldn't reach your hands through this grate or railing. And the pictures that are coming from people posting it are them putting their hands through the railings into the ride area, into the ride envelope. Don't do that.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
what happens if you drop your phone back there now? What are you going to do? Be like, oh, I dropped it behind the closed construction walls. Sorry, you can't get it.
Gonna have to wait till the ride opens up. Sorry, the Raptor at front should have told you that.
In other news, Barney is closed. It's not coming back. They took down the sign. That's pretty much saying don't think this ever is going to come back to this park. It's
not only the sign, the Barney statue too. They took the Barney statue away.
Every Horror Nights fan walking through is now gonna feel something missing because they're so used to walking past that Barney statue into some scary haunted house.
I distinctly remember. I forget what house I was going to, but it was in 2019. It was, I don't know what time. I believe it was 12 o'clock. So I'm okay, none should be happening at 12 o'clock, but Barney music is playing. I'm guessing they're rehearsing or stage checks are in there doing something. And you just hear, I love you. Coming as I'm walking to a house. I'm Barney is going to come out the bushes at me.
Exactly.
Well, Barney was actually kind of scary in the show because in the show, Xavier, I know you didn't get a chance to see the show, which actually was a great show, but you see the stuffed animal sitting on the stage, and then lights go out, it's dark, and then you hear this loud from the lift being at the bottom of the stage, and Barney shoots up out of the stage. It's the most insane, scary thing ever.
It's insane. Yeah, it totally is insane. It's I only saw that show probably. I mean, I have pictures at my parents' place of me as a younger child, going to see that show. And then I saw it maybe once, a couple years ago. But to say that this is a shock that Barney is going away, I think, everything going on in the world, I think that only pushed the envelope to be you know what, guys, I think it's time for change.
Yeah.
We're not getting the numbers that we are, because from what I have heard, that some of the shows actually ended up getting downed because there just wasn't anybody in there. So they didn't want to do a full show if nobody was there to watch it. So I think, like I said, I think that gave him a reason. He's you know what, I think it's time that we move on to the new generation. Because Barney is definitely our generation, or kids younger or older than us. I don't think the new kids today even know who Barney is.
No, now
if they do, it's caught on a rerun or something.
You know what it is now, though? Yeah. The new big thing is Peppa Pig.
That is also true.
Coming to Lego, man.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Good segue. Good segue.
Man, is Peppa Pig still popular?
Honestly, I don't know. You hear rumblings of things like that, and you see it happen. You're is this still relevant? Well, I guess so, because they're
I thought,
building
like,
a whole
maybe 5-6 years ago, like that was relevant,
they're building
but not
a whole mini
now.
land outside of the theme park. All right, cool.
Yeah. And it's weird too because it's like it feels like it's advertised as like an entire theme park dedicated to Peppa Pig, but I guess it's still just
It's part of Legoland, but it's not in Legoland. It's just separately.
It's like a bigger. It's not like a new land per se, but it's more like a
new.
It's bigger than a land, but it's not big enough to call it a theme park, I guess.
So what it is like in California at Legoland, they have like sea life aquariums attached to it. It's not a part of Legoland, but it's a separately ticketed thing that's on the property you can go to. This is like one of those things.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Why couldn't they come up with something different?
That is a great question that nobody will ever know.
But we'll find out in
next year.
Years it's going to take them.
Next year.
Oh, it's coming out next year?
It's opening in 2022.
Oh my God.
They move fast there at Lego.
I'll say.
Yeah,
holy.
That's fast. I mean, it must be a bunch of flat rides.
100%.
Then.
Yeah.
Very interesting. All right, well, we're moving on to what is the new thing right now at Universal, and that is Mardi Gras 2020.
Hey, feet don't fail me now.
Yes. I feel like it definitely has changed from what it was
Flavors
last year.
of Carnival.
Yeah, because instead of just having food from New Orleans, we have food from pretty much around the globe now.
Mm-hmm.
Which some of it, is not Carnival, I guess. But, hey, Universal, go for it. Do your own little thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's what I think it's a test of them doing like their own kind of like food and wine festival.
100%.
Which, I wouldn't be mad at them for doing the food and wine festival. Like, please give me something that's not Disney food and wine festival. Like, I went to SeaWorld and they're doing like their Seven Seas Lagoon festival.
Yeah.
And they have some good food. Like SeaWorld, out of all places, they have some really good food there.
And that's not the first time I heard that too. My girlfriend, Magical Maddie B, she just recently got a pass to SeaWorld and she's just over the moon about it. I mean, like almost everything that she's been there, like almost like every other day, been making videos out there about it and stuff. And I mean, like the food itself looks incredible. Like honestly, like if you're able to go to SeaWorld, I don't sleep on it. Would I say spend a whole day there? Probably not. But if you get a chance to go, definitely go check it out.
And then
it's not a place
like
to sleep on.
During Christmas a couple years ago, Toren and I were walking in later at night, and somebody was walking by us, and they're like, "Hey, we're leaving. We're not coming back in. We've got this little lanyard for food. We only used it once. Do you want it?" And we're like, "Yeah, sure." And then we got stuff throughout like the next couple of days we went there, and it was like, "All right, this food's popping off. Okay,
it's really good." So
yeah, they got some food.
Yeah, but I mean,
end of story.
But go back to Universal. I think it's a good move of everything that they've done. I mean, it definitely, it's one of those things. It's like you do a food and wine-esque, whatever, different booths at different locations. It's not an original thing. It's hard to, say that you did something different. But I think overall Mardi Gras, it seems to be a very positive environment. And I think a lot of people are taking more to this than the usual Mardi Gras that has been in past.
A lot of guests do enjoy the fact they still have the floats out because they literally could have just been like, it's a food festival now, hey, but there's still the entertainment aspect out there along with being able to go and try all these new foods, and which is great, and then also stick to the classic stuff they've had over the many years they've done Mardi Gras.
Exactly.
And they have a lot of floats out. Like they have a lot of entertainment because like with just like the Mardi Gras entertainment, they still have like the other characters coming out like Scooby, Shaggy. They're all down there by the Universal Research Center,
the NBC Preview Center, I think is what it is officially now.
Yeah. They have them down there. They still have
Trolls,
the Despicable Me and Trolls characters coming out. So like it's if you can go like on a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you literally can see all of the characters, see all the Mardi Gras characters.
Yeah,
you can get a bunch of food. Like it's definitely worth going to Mardi Gras.
especially if you're going multiple days right now, it's like you can do a day dedicated just to Mardi Gras if you wanted to between the two parks. Because if you have like a 3-day thing, yeah, Volcano Bay is opening in the next couple days, but if it's the moment where Volcano Bay's not available to you or something, then that's when I would be like, cool, I've got 3 days here. I'm spending the night at Universal. I'd be like, cool. I'd do like one park a day, and then the other day I'd spend like, hey, I'm gonna go maybe experience most of the stuff of food and entertainment with Mardi Gras, and then pop over and do my favorite attractions and such.
Yeah, and I mean, and then again, they have the lanyards like they have in years past, and I think, especially now that there's so many more food options, those lanyards are just so clutch on getting.
They really pay for themselves at that point in time.
Oh, 100%. And the portion sizes for all the food are just incredible too. I mean, it's not a little rinky dink like we're gonna fit this into a small little plate. I mean, everything is like a decent size.
There's what is it? The Cuban. I remember, Xavier, you had it the other day, and it's like a full sandwich and chips.
It's pretty much like a whole sandwich and chips, which is crazy. Like I couldn't finish it myself because we had pretty much almost ate all the food that was down by
Oh my gosh, yeah.
So like, so I just ate like half a sandwich and some chips, and I ended up having thrown away because Ray, she was full too. So I was like, well, there you go. I guess
there's a lot of big portions, which is nice too. Like the boils are really good with that aspect.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the boils. Yeah, those things are insane.
There's a lot that goes into it. When we got those the other day, it was like the one of them had like 1 or 2 crawfish in it, and the other one had like 6 or 7. I was like, whoa! But at least we had both of them, so you could split them and do what you need to do with that.
100%.
Yeah, I think I only ate like the corn and some shrimp after like eating 1 crawfish. I was like, okay. It's just not for me. Like I'm not a muddy crawfish person. But you and Ray, y'all enjoy it.
They're good.
So like, okay, if y'all like it, then whatever.
I still want to take.
Universal has their scavenger hunt. They found a thing that people like, and they've been going with it. It started with
Halloween, right?
Yeah, with Halloween, with the Scarecrow Crawl or something like that. Then they had the Christmas version. I didn't end up doing Christmas. I haven't did Mardi Gras yet, so hopefully I can get to it. But it's like almost, I want to say $7.99. You get a map. You go around to the different locations, different merchandise locations. They stamp your map for each location you go to, and at the end, you get a prize. Actually, I do have the prize, though, that you do get at the end of the scavenger hunt. When I did the media preview of the Tribute Store, they gave us that as a little kind of take-home token. So I do have that. It's like a little necklace, and it has like Mardi Gras mask attached to the bottom of it. So it's a little cute little present, but I'm still gonna go do that scavenger hunt.
Why not? Yeah,
people love that.
It's very smart how they're doing that, because they have that too for the festivals at Epcot. But like the thing, the prize you'll get at the end will be like, here's a cup. And I'm like, I don't know if I want to keep getting cups or something like that. But if I can get like something interesting for like the ornament, for the holiday ones, is you'd get an ornament. Or for this one, you're getting the specialty beads that you can't get anywhere else. And for Halloween, since there's a free one, you got candy at the end of it, which is like, that was cool too,
Yeah.
Once they like realize like people like this and they're gonna do it, like that's when they're like, all right, we're charging. Which again, totally fine, because Disney does it. They charge almost sometimes $12.99 for their map. So.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think it's those things have always just been a great idea to like. If you want to change things up, you don't want to go for the rides, you don't want to see the shows or whatever. Like, here's a fun little cheap thing that you can do. Walk around, and it gives you a reason to walk around the park, get your steps in, as well as get to see some new things you haven't seen.
Yeah.
And there's of course they have that prize again, so there's the incentive to go out and do that thing. So.
Visiting places too that people forget about. Like, I forget that there's that like Ireland store, and they've been putting like figures in there. There's the other like Universal, like small Universal store that's over in New York area across from Transformers. I'm forgetting the name of it, but like it's a small one. They recently, in the past couple years, opened.
The Vault.
The Vault, yeah.
Yeah, I would go to that one all the time just to look at the Universal jean jacket before Carrie bought it for me for my birthday. I would like literally go in there all the time just to look at the jacket.
It's a good jacket.
But Yeah, I love that jacket.
Yeah, like
if I can find that neon windbreaker, that's to be my next purchase.
I don't want to flex or anything.
Yeah, we get it. You had 2 of them.
I only had one. I had to swap out the other one because the way that it's built on the shoulders is a bit tight, but everything else is fine. So I had to swap out and get a bigger size. Whatever.
At least you got one. The only size they had left when I saw them were extra small, and I was like, well, that's a problem.
Yeah.
Man, I should have got it when I had the chance. Like, I was looking at it. I was like, this will be here for a while. Oh, jean jackets are still here. Yeah.
And then the next week, they were all gone.
Guess I was wrong. Man.
Speaking of merchandise, yeah.
All right, yeah. Change up that. Speaking of merchandise, the Tribute Store. Man, the Tribute Store just seems to get like better and better.
Fine wine gets better with age.
Every season. Yes. They have some good merchandise inside there.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys took a look at the merchandise or did what I did the first day and just run to the last room.
That's what we do, yeah.
Well, in case you don't know, Harris and I have a YouTube channel, and we did definitely review all the treats that they have in the Tribute Store.
Except for like 2, but, we've covered up one of our bases.
Yeah, exactly.
We had the anyway, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll just say one thing about merchandise. Well, I guess 2 things. They have the annual holder shirt that's in there. It started out just in the, of course, annual pass holder lounge, and then they end up moving over to the Tribute Store. So they have that shirt, and then they have a shirt that's kind of like it. Those are the hot sellers right now. That's what everybody's getting. They're getting the hoodie too, and they're also getting the candles that are in there. Those are by the Magic Candle Company, and they make some really good candles. Yeah, I love that Universal is supporting small businesses.
It was one of the first things I noticed when I walked in there. I was like, hold on a second. I was like, good for them. Like, you guys go off. Like,
yeah,
especially that's such a good opportunity.
They've got like 4 different scents, I think, that are in there too, which is like a variety. And now also it's going to get people to like, and pay attention to that, and they'll see them and buy more. Like, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Shout out to Universal for that.
Bananas Foster flavor. I want a flavor scent. I
call candles flavors too, and I know a lot of people do. You're not the only one.
But yeah, that Banana Foster scent, I want that one. Like, I'm definitely coming back for that one. I guess we can go on to the main event. What everybody's here for. All the baked goods.
The goods.
And boy, are there a lot of them.
Yeah, there is.
Approximately $72 worth of them.
Well, really, no, it's more than that. Because
I really should have did that video with you guys, because let me tell you, the amount of money, like, look, I didn't do it like you guys. Like, y'all spent it like all in like one day. I did it overtime, so it didn't hit as hard. But man, that was. I didn't realize it was going to cost that much until I saw y'all receipt. I was like, well, I guess just gonna have to do it the old-fashioned way and do it a couple days at a time.
Yeah, we go in hard for these treats, these tribute stores, and now it's like I'm going, all right, what's gonna happen for Halloween this year or whatever, like.
Yeah,
and the treats have grown exponentially, because when they first started for Halloween, they were in that 3rd room, off to the side as a small thing, and then they went, okay, we're gonna make this even bigger for holiday, and that's when they brought the whole section in the in the back as the final 4th room, and I was like, okay, and now this one they did the same thing, and each time I feel like it gets more well organized of placement of where things are too.
Mm-hmm. As well as, I mean, just like the food itself has just gotten so much better, and it's just, and I really appreciate that this is a location that, like, you can't get all this stuff anywhere else. Like, you can't go into the park and go to another restaurant and grab the same thing.
Except for one thing.
Yeah, except for one thing, but yeah.
You'll want to go to both
locations
to get that.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you want more than one location for that, because, like, that's the top tier item. Like, that's what, well, at least I think everybody should be going to the tribute store.
I recommend it to everybody. We're not even talking about it now, but The cake.
But the cake.
Yeah, just say it. The Mardi Gras
Not the
cake.
king cake, but the Mardi Gras cake.
Yeah, it's the vanilla cake with the cinnamon buttercream.
Oh, the cinnamon.
the cream.
The cinnamon cream. Every time I go to the park, for Mardi Gras, we've gotten it. Like,
100%. Yeah, we're definitely at buying it. We've gotten it either 3 or 4 times already.
Yeah.
No shame in the game. But got
it twice.
Well,
we've gotten it a few times because they have it at the Today Show as well. So, which we were so excited that was back.
Yeah. Well, which is nice about Today's Show, just for this instant alone, is that it's cheaper at the Today Show, as well as you can mobile order it at the Today Show as well. And which is weird because I think they started or tried to do mobile ordering with the Halloween tribute.
Yeah, and then it never
just one kind of
came back for holiday. Off.
Yeah.
Because I did that. I did a mobile order for the Halloween Tribute Store, and it was ready, but nobody else was doing it. Everybody pretty much wanted that experience of walking through the store, seeing everything, and then getting treats if they wanted to. So I guess they got the picture that that's not a thing that people want. They want to actually experience what's in the tribute store, and then get a treat if they want to.
The thing about the tribute store is cool. With it being exclusive treats, people are in there, and sometimes normal park guests are not going to come back into that store at the end of the day. You know, they're going to be like, "Oh, let's go here now. Let's do this. Let's grab our merchandise. We see it." And at the end, you have all this food, and they go, "Oh, this is cool," and they're going to buy some snacks and then eat it right afterwards. So it's oh, it's only going to be here. I'm going to get the specialty item here, and it's smart move for Universal in that part too.
Mm-hmm. And I think another thing that's great about it too is that it's not just a bunch of sweets. I mean, Holiday was just a lot of sweets, but with Halloween and Mardi Gras, it's a good mixture of you have the savory items as well as the sweet items, which is it's such a good play.
The savory items for Mardi Gras knocked it out of the park over the Halloween items.
Oh, 100%, easily.
Yeah, I didn't like that waffle.
We didn't the waffle or the hot dog.
Yeah, none of that.
Oh, yeah, that.
It said it was a
pig in a blanket. They
pretzel.
called a pretzel.
Was
dog.
Not a pretzel.
No, not in the slightest bit.
Man, that made me
the
mad.
andouille sausage, in the puff pastry, oof, it was good. It's I still think whoever decided to put spinach and artichoke dip into a hand pie is the smartest person in the world. Just I don't know why. It's something I enjoy in a portable fashion. Okay. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
I have to get that one. I got the crab meat hand pie.
Also very good.
I have to go back for the spinach one. Yeah.
Crab meat was good too because it also wasn't here's other fillers and stuff like that. The entire thing was full. There was other vegetables and other things in there, but it wasn't here's a little bit of crab. It was we said it's a crab hand pie. Here you go. That's what you're getting.
There's a bunch of crab in it. Yeah. No, it's fantastic.
And
I guess since we're going down the list, we can just make our way over to, I guess, all of the baked goods. Then we can give a quick description. So, vegan brownie skull. If you guys were there for Halloween, then you've seen the skull.
Mm-hmm.
I think they had it wasn't a skull, but
they
had the same.
It was the reindeer
brownie. Yeah,
the
reindeer for
reindeer. Christmas.
But yeah, it's a good brownie. It's vegan. Some people say you can't tell. I definitely can tell.
Yeah,
but it's still a good brownie.
It's very thick, but not cakey thick. It's very fudgy kind of texture to it.
Mm-hmm.
And that was one of the things that we didn't want to cover on our video, is just because again it was something that was already
done during
been
Halloween.
done. It's just a different shape, so it was we don't need to cover this food because it's already been done. But if you haven't had it before, I think you should definitely get it a go.
Yeah, that's definitely why I'd if you look on the website, visit our website at uogrowhub.com, or you can visit us at uorfoodblog.com. Both of them will take you to our website. But yeah, if you look on our website, you will see it's just a picture of the skull brownie, that's in the showcase, because I'm like, don't have to take a new picture. It's the same brownie, just with some different embellishments of decorations on top of it. But what did y'all think about the Bananas Foster cheesecake?
You know, surprisingly enough, I actually enjoyed it. I was very skeptical about it, especially just the way that a cheesecake popped. You know, I was unsure about how that was going to play out, but it ended up being actually pretty tasty.
It was, you know, it's advertised as Bananas Foster, and we're both, I think, we're hesitant because we're not fans of banana.
Yeah, no.
But it was not. I don't even really think there's a full banana flavor to it. Maybe it was like everything else that goes with a Bananas Foster, but it was just like a solid piece of cheesecake on there, and there's nothing bad with it. I was like, all right, I'm vibing with this. I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
See, this is the problem I have with it, and it's not like even like a problem that like taste wise. Like I automatically looked at it and I said, I don't want that, because when we think back to Halloween, they had the 2 cake pops. I'm like, this looks too much like the cake pop. This is not going to taste good.
Those cake pops with the icing were just too much.
Those weren't it. Definitely, I think it was the frosting too. The frosting they used on those cake pops for Halloween.
Yeah,
like,
these ones are like the one. This one is like the one in the Today Show, like the blueberry or the strawberry one. So I was like, oh,
that
okay,
strawberry one is so good. Have to go get that strawberry one.
I was like, I know that's something that I'll have to do. Other than that's something I was like, cool, I'll have to get that. I'm going to probably do that after Mardi Gras, because I'm only exclusively going to get the cake from Today's Show if I go.
Exactly.
Oh, what did y'all think about the king cake? It didn't sound like y'all liked that one that much.
I mean, yeah, it's the same as what it's been before. So I mean, if you enjoy that like cinnamon bread type of king cake thing, then I mean you're gonna like it. I can't say that I don't say that I don't like it, but it's like
it's king cake. If you've had it, you know, if you've had king cake before, there are some that are out there that are better. You know, the ones you can go to right now, like go to Publix, or you were able to go to Publix and get those ones that are already, you know, flavored. Those ones are solid, you know, like, but these ones, there's, you know, we also usually sold these previously at like the New Orleans portion of like the tents and everything for food.
Yeah, that's right.
But now they don't. Now it's only in the Tribute Store. But I don't know. It's fine. It's not something to write home about.
See, let me tell you this. So last year, the king cake was it was different. I don't want to say it was completely different, but it was different. Like, it was smaller, and the reason for that was because they were like trying to like keep the moisture in, like keep it moist. And when I talked to like the head chef Ron, he was like, "Oh yeah, so we changed the king cake to a different formula to make it, you know, more moist, make it stay moist a little bit longer than what it was last year." And I'm like, "Yes, thank you," because like literally the king cake I got last year was pretty much as hard as a rock. So it is better than what it was last year. I can say that much.
Interesting.
Okay, let's see. What else? What's next on the list of things here? If I can get my computer. Oh, the Masquerade Cookie.
That one had that's also one of those things, like, it's fine. It's weird because it's one of the cheaper items, but it's got like a lot of stuff going for it. It was like the same. Yeah. It was the same texture as the giant cookie from the holiday, the Santa cookie. But like this one was like, it's just fine. It's like, cool. This is something, if a kid doesn't want to try something else, maybe like, cool, give them the cookie. You know, if they don't want the cake or whatever fun thing there could be.
Yeah, because I don't think there was really much flavor to it other than just like that normal like cookie taste.
Plain kind of vanilla cookie. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
but it looked nice.
If you guys don't know what they're talking about, so it's a peanut butter cookie, and then on top of that peanut butter cookie, they have a shortbread cookie in the shape of a Mardi Gras mask. And
wait,
like I said,
it's a peanut butter cookie?
No, it's not.
No way.
It's a peanut butter cookie.
You're full of it.
You're
full of it.
No way.
There's no way that
would have left my mouth if it's a peanut butter cookie.
All right, guys. So, update. This is Xavier from the future. that cookie, the Masquerade Cookie, it is not a peanut butter cookie. It is a plain sugar cookie. So I am wrong. I do have to give that up to Harrison and Toren. I don't know what I was thinking. But yeah, that is definitely a plain sugar cookie.
I mean, I guess maybe because he said the sign only says that it's a Masquerade Cookie.
Well,
I think it might be.
We'll check back. We'll check back to that.
We'll have to check back in on that one, man.
Well, at the end of this podcast, figure out what cookie that is.
My world's flipped upside down if it is a peanut butter cookie, because honestly, then not too bad if it's peanut butter cookie. Because I'm not a fan of peanut butter
cookie. Yeah, if it's a peanut butter cookie, then now I feel like I just got gypped because it
doesn't taste like peanut butter at all.
Like a peanut butter, yeah.
Man.
Oh man.
I can swear, I swear that's a peanut butter cookie. But yeah, so like the brown cookie at the bottom, that's the peanut butter cookie. And then like the Masquerade mask on top, that's the shortbread.
I'm going to Mardi Gras tomorrow, and I am going to definitely get that cookie. And I'm definitely going to be like,
out if it's...
tweet me if I'm wrong. Be like, you're wrong.
Yeah, we're gonna tweet you out on it and be like,
we're gonna have a whole
either wrong or like, oh my god, he's right.
We're gonna have a whole Twitter beef with you over peanut butter. Toren and I have beef with each other about mint and cakes, but anyways, besides that,
or pumpkin. What is pumpkin spice flavoring or?
Oh man,
I can go on an in-depth conversation about pumpkin spice and what pumpkin spice is supposed to be.
We did in one of our videos, and I cut out a good 5-minute chunk of that of us arguing with each other about pumpkin and pumpkin spice.
It was fun. Especially it was like the end of the day too.
We had too much food that day, and it was just we were done.
Yep.
Next on our list is the chocolate covered bourbon pop, which you guys got.
Ooh. Okay, so now I can weigh in on this.
Yes.
So there's actually a couple things about this. One, it's fantastic. It's great. Two, I think it changed when we went back after we filmed our video.
No, it didn't change.
And then it totally changed.
It did not change. No,
it definitely.
Look at our video on Instagram, and then I looked at the one you had the other day. It was the exact same. It was dipped in chocolate, it had sprinkles on it, and it was a bourbon cake pop. That's what it was.
I thought it had changed. I thought there was like half cake pop and then half covered in chocolate.
No, that's what the display looks like. Some of the displays have that. But it's not true.
Yeah, I can see that.
Those displays, some of them are not the ones you eat. They pull from elsewhere sometimes.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, either way, it's fantastic. I love it.
There's a hint of bourbon that comes through.
Yeah, I wasn't I was expecting the bourbon, but I was like expecting like a artificial kind of taste, and it's not. It's like it's a bourbon pop. They add actual bourbon to it. It's good though.
Mm-hmm. No, it's good. It's definitely it's a great little treat to have, and I'm so upset that we had missed it. So we had to go back on the Instagram and do like a exclusive only whatever review of it.
Yeah, it's on their Instagram. What is your Instagram?
It is Hatocom official. So HATOCOM official.
All one word, of course.
Yep.
The bourbon pop, solid. It's just great. It's good.
I don't like chocolate like that. Like I'll eat a brownie every now and then. I will never eat like a Hershey's chocolate bar, but Hershey's is just not good.
That's interesting.
Is it the milk chocolate for you, or is it like because dark chocolate's my go-to?
See, I don't even like dark chocolate. Like dark chocolate is worse than milk chocolate. Like,
oh, yes. Well, like 90% is, but if you're rocking like a good 60 or 70, you're good.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe if I can find somebody like literally, if I get chocolate, it's literally certain things. Like I'll get the chocolate bread from Tucson. Okay. I'll get the onion rings with the chocolate ranch sauce also at Tucson. There's like certain stuff I'll get. It's like the chocolate is not like the main event.
Yeah, you need it as like maybe like a chocolate flavored of something, or whatever.
You would not have liked it when we had all the bars.
Yeah, no kidding.
Well, actually, only like 10% of those bars are actually like chocolate. Everything else is like a fake flavor to it.
Jelly beans. I'm like, mm-mm.
That's understandable too.
What is next? Oh, the salted caramel praline cookies.
Okay.
So
it's a mess.
Yeah,
but it's a good mess.
Which apparently we learned it's not like a praline is not a cookie.
No, they advertise the praline cookie as a cookie. The pralines themselves, that's how they are. It's like the nuts and the sugar.
Mm-hmm.
But it looks like a cookie.
Candy.
It's a candy, but it looks like a cookie. But they said it's a praline cookie. My mom texted me. She's like, "You're wrong there. You said the wrong thing." I said, "I'm not wrong. That's what Universal said themselves."
Yeah, right. So we can only go off of what they say.
I've been learning. Well, some of the stuff like that's posted like on their boards. I look at it, I'm like, that's not right. Like the praline, it says praline cookie, but I'll let them have that because it's in the shape of a cookie. It's round, so I was like, okay, praline cookie then.
But the sandwich itself is good, and I think it's one of those things that, like, when we were eating it, we were like, well, so you're better off doing the sandwich version instead of just the singular by itself.
Yeah, the pricing was really weird. It was like almost, what was it, like $4 for a cookie? For like the thing, and I'm like, but the Masquerade cookie was like $3, but this tiny little thing was like $4. I was like, something's wrong there.
Yeah, I think pricing is weird.
I think it's because like how I won't say like how hard it is to make, but like how complex it is. How complex it is to make. Like you can make a cookie.
Yeah,
pralines that takes some skill. Some time.
That's fair.
But
the sandwich is the best way to go because you get the
you get two of them.
You get the chocolate cover. And it's the two of them. And you get the stuff in between them. So I think it appetizing wise, I think it makes more sense to do the sandwich as opposed to just a singular one.
The only downside to it is that it's a little too sweet.
Yeah,
because it's sugar on sugar on sugar.
Yeah,
that was like the sweetest thing I think out of all the items this year.
I think that's the only thing I took home because, like you said, it is sweet.
Yeah.
I did not eat the whole salted caramel praline cookie again because I don't like chocolate. So
fair.
I just cut it in half. I gave the chocolate half to somebody else, and I kept the other half.
The salted caramel inside though was so good.
Yes, amazing.
I'm like, and it wasn't like a thin. It was like a thick layer of that caramel inside, and I was like, oh, that's what made the difference as well. I think more than just the chocolate dip or the sprinkles, whatever. It was the caramel that made the difference.
The last thing in that showcase was the Knackering Donuts. Somehow they figured out how to make a macaroon and like cut a circle in the middle of it. Well, actually, that isn't the last thing because we're missing the moon pie. But the macaroon donut. They figured out how to do this, and it was actually, I thought it was pretty good. What did y'all think?
I enjoyed it. I was very. We'll get to Toren in a second. I didn't mind it. It didn't say the flavor whenever we bought it though. Like it was just like, is the macaroon donut, you know? And then I tasted it and it was like, oh, this is like a berry flavor, very reminiscent of like a crunch berry kind of berry to me. Mm-hmm. And that's when I was like, oh, okay. I kind of vibed with it. You know, I don't mind sweet macaroons, like the lemon blueberry one over at, sorry, not for sweet, but like fruity ones. The lemon blueberry at Twosome is so good. So like this one, like it was just very nice compared to like the super sugary or like chocolate kind of thing. It was nice, a step away from all of that.
Yeah.
So here's my thing. I like macaroons. Macaroons are great. They're fantastic. You know, especially the ones at Twosomes.
Wait, let me guess. You don't like fruit.
How'd you know?
So yeah, but it's not. It wasn't even just that alone, right? So I bit into it, and you could watch it on our video. It's just perfect on how that lined up. But I bit into it, and I was like, okay, yeah, you know, because Harrison had it first, and he was like, oh, it tastes like mixed berry. I was like, oh yeah, I totally tasted that. My tongue hit that cream, and I was like, oh god, what is this? It was just like a very like tart like flavoring that just completely threw me through a loop. And from that point, I was just like, things I'm not a fan of. That.
Dude, Toren picked the blueberries out of the lemon blueberry crepe. He wouldn't even eat the strawberries out of the strawberry Nutella crepe. Like,
yeah. I don't know what it is, man. Just fruits and meat just don't go together. I'm a picky eater. What can I say? But I think that's what, like, just again, not to hype up our channel too much or whatever, but I think that's what makes us so great, is that Harrison's so insightful about everything and enjoys a lot of different food. And then you have me, who's not very insightful and is very picky about everything.
Yeah, that's literally the same combo with me, Ray, and Carrie when she joins me. Like, I will eat everything, and Ray and Carrie, they're picky. They're like, no. And I literally have to fight with them for 10 minutes to actually try something different.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I appreciate that Harrison and I have this channel together. I appreciate the push of being like, okay, there's this food thing. You are definitely not going to like this. I know it for a fact, but you need to try it. And I'm like, that is fair. I'm going to try this because of the sake of the content and because of needing to try different things and stuff.
Broaden your horizons.
Broaden the horizons. But unfortunately, my horizons, like the attraction,
are gone.
Is dead.
Oh man.
Yeah.
So last thing that was in that showcase was the moon pie, which is absolutely delicious. Like, every time I go, like, I have to get that moon pie. It's not like I think, at least for me, this is like my Mardi Gras cake. Like, I like the Mardi Gras cake. I'm totally for this moon pie now.
Interesting.
I think for me, like, the moon pie in general, I was like, it's fine. The one thing that I would add to it that Xavier, you probably wouldn't like, is chocolate. Because the one thing in a moon pie, though, is like, on a normal moon pie, there's on the outside there's chocolate, and that's what makes like a good moon, like, the normal stuff you'd make, But this one, that glaze on the outside was just like so much. There's a moment where I touched it and I just held my hand up and it stuck to my hand because there was so much whatever that glaze was, and I was like,
that.
It was just kind of plain, and I kind of forgot about the moon pie being there.
Yeah, I honestly kind of waved that out of my mind as well because it just wasn't something that stood out to me.
Like, it wasn't bad, but at the same time, it was like not memorable for me.
Yeah,
see, I loved it. Like that glaze. I forget what kind it. I want to say it's blueberry, maybe blueberry glaze that's on top of it. It is, man.
That's interesting.
But yeah, very last thing that was in that tribute store, get through this quickly, is the mixed berry gummy skull.
Yeah.
Wacky slosh.
that gummy, man, it was the biggest gummy of them all, out of all the ones they've had, but it was also the best gummy they've ever had.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Go ahead.
I looked at the price of it, and I was like, ooh, man. And like when you're like looking at it in the showcase as it's talking to you, it's like, I don't know if that's worth the price. And then they take it out and they put it in the container and then they give it to you. Like, wow, this thing is literally almost the size of my hand.
It was massive. It was heavy. There was a moment we cut out of our video of us just kind of slapping it onto a plate because it was so heavy. But like, it actually tasted good. Compared to the other ones, like, I don't even want to talk about the holiday ones because those were just
we can just buy
garbage fire.
Garbage.
But like the heart,
cinnamon,
the heart was cool and all for like the thing, but it didn't taste like anything. It didn't even taste like cherry like it was supposed to.
Yeah.
But this one actually had like a good texture to it. It wasn't too hard like the ones they had for holiday, but it actually had a good taste and good texture. Mm-hmm. It was just the best one they've had so far.
It was solid overall. And again, shout out to Universal for taking something so simple like gummies and then adding that technology or the vacuum of making the hearts beat. They had just the lights under the holiday one, and now this one it looks like the mouth is talking. Like, I think that's such a cool, innovative way to display something, and
it gets people like looking at what that is and gets them interested to buy it.
100%. But yeah, no, definitely solid and super thick gummy.
Yeah. Okay, so on one time, like, I'm a day guest. I'm here for 3 days. One day at Islands, one day at the studios, and one day at Volcano Bay when it opens. So, and I'm going into the tribute store. What are the 3 things I need to get inside the tribute store, food-wise?
Do you want it like from each of us individually?
Yeah, we'll go individually.
Toren, go ahead.
Okay. So, I'm going to be a big advocate in this about you want to get a savory thing and you also want to get a couple of sweet things. I'll probably lean more towards the sweet things as opposed to savory. But I think for me, it's going to have to be get the crab meat hand pie. Also, got to get the cake. If you're in the tribute store, you have to get the Mardi Gras cake. There's just no way around that one. And then the other thing to get, we just talked about it too, but I think the gummy would also just be a good flavor because you're also, you've got the savory of the meat of the crab, you've got the sweetness of the gummy, and then you've also just got a really solid cake to eat. So I think that's gonna be my 3.
Yeah, for me, my savory item, because now that you have these, there's 3 options there. 2 of them have meat in it. 1 does not, which is a very good option to have a vegetarian oven. It's not vegan because there's cheese and stuff in it, but it's vegetarian. So I thoroughly enjoyed the spinach and artichoke dip hand pie. So 1, of course, got to go with that. I've gotten that actually a couple times now too. I'm still going to say that cake because, oh my goodness, the Mardi Gras cake is just so good. You have to have it to know how good it is. That's the only thing I want. If I have cakes in the future for like my birthday, it's got to be made with a cinnamon buttercream. Like, it's perfect. And then another treat. I mean, I don't know, that bourbon pop's really good.
True.
So it's like, it depends. If you're like with a group of people, I mean, this is if you doing it by yourself, get the bourbon pop, get the cake, and get the spinach hand pie.
Perfect.
I think I'm pretty much like you, Harrison. I'm going to get the spinach hand pie. I'm going to get the cake, and I think the only difference is I'm going to go for my moon pie.
Okay. Well, if I had to take anything away from all 3 of us,
the cake.
Everybody stand on the count 3? Yeah, 1, 2, 3.
Get the cake.
Get the cake. Get the cake. All right, so we're going to leave the park, and then we're going to head over to Voodoo Donuts because they had they still, at this time of recording, have this donut. It's a banana Foster's donut. Did you guys try that one yet?
We have actually yet to have anything from Voodoo recently.
Okay. Yeah, it is. It's, I don't know. We don't find ourselves very much at City Walk. If we're there, obviously we're walking straight past, going towards the parks. But
although
offhand chances,
one thing about City Walk that I found is actually interesting as of yesterday is that I did not know they had one of the bars they set up at that's just at City Walk. They've got the specialty drinks from the park,
like inside the park,
from the inside of the park. All the specialty Mardi Gras drinks, they have it outside. I was like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah, because I want to get I think it's the King Cake milk drink. I want to get that one.
They have that there, yeah.
I want to get, I'm going to get that hopefully eventually soon. Hopefully before Mardi Gras ends. But yeah, they do have that stand outside. But the banana. So going back to the banana Foster donut, it's nice. It looks nice.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's it. It just looks nice.
So what?
I was like, all right, sick. My guy's gonna like sell me on this thing, and then he's like, it looks nice.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it was because it was the first day. I did that with it was the first day. I was the first person in line at the store when it opened on this particular day. It was for AP previews, and I was like, hey, I would like to get the Mardi Gras donut. They were like, no, you can come back tomorrow. It doesn't come out until tomorrow. I was like, but it's annual pass holder preview day. They're like, no, come back tomorrow. And then I showed the lady. I was like, hey, so look, you see, like it says on here, can we like ask somebody else? She was like, no. Then I was like, I don't want to be this way, but like, can I speak to your manager? So like the manager comes out, she's like,
no way.
Yes, I'm sorry. I'm a Karen now.
This is in reporting news. Universal Food Blog canceled.
Because I talked to the manager. She's like, yeah, no, it doesn't come out till tomorrow. Can I see your phone? So I pull out my phone and she looks at it. She was like, oh, shoot. And you just see her running back to the back. And she comes back. She's like, come back in an hour. so I come back at noon because it was 10 o'clock when I was at Voodoo. She's like, just come back in an hour. So I go back at noon because I was pretty much there all morning.
Yeah.
And she's like, ooh, thank you so much for letting us know because we had so many people asking about it. I was like, man, what if I wasn't there? God.
Yeah, literally. What if, because I don't think, majority of the times, average guys aren't going to be like, oh, I saw this and it's not there. Oh, well, you're not going to be tell them where you saw it or whatever.
Yeah. But yeah, they have two other donuts that they don't advertise on the website. It's purely on the app, and they're both Mardi Gras themed donuts. They have it's a cake donut, and it has sprinkles on it. It has plain vanilla icing on it. It has Mardi Gras themed sprinkles. It's a cake donut. You can't mess up a cake donut, so definitely go back, get that donut. They also have a chocolate bourbon donut.
Ooh.
I tried that one. I didn't like it as much, but again, you know how I feel about chocolate, so
yeah. Well, you've had the cake pop, correct?
Yeah, and I love the cake pop.
So, in comparison to the cake pop, how do you feel about the donut?
They're completely different.
Really?
It's also the two separate companies too, so there's bound to be something
Yeah.
Because Voodoo's their own thing. They probably just all get together and be like, all right, so we are doing this chocolate cake pop here. You guys want to do a chocolate bourbon donut? All right, cool. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't be surprised if it's just there's some symmetry around the parks, but
yeah, it's
a shame.
I think out of all the donuts there, get the cake donut with the sprinkles.
Fair. I mean, other than the Captain Crunch one, that's always been my favorite one to get there.
Oh, I just get a classic Voodoo if I go.
Oh, if we're talking about just plain donuts, I get the buttermilk bar. I get the buttermilk bar or the Big Texan.
Oh, I forget the one it is, but it's got the pentagram on it. That triple chocolate one. Oh, you wouldn't like that, Xavier, but it's so good. The chocolate cake with the chocolate icing and
let's see. Going to Tucson, talking about some more chocolate because I guess that's the theme of this episode: chocolate. We have
that's the name. Xavier hates chocolate.
Yes, that's going to be the title. Xavier hates chocolate. Tucson Chocolate Emporium. They have moon pie shake, and they also have some Mardi Gras themed truffles. I haven't tried the truffles yet. Definitely going to get those truffles before Mardi Gras is over with. But this moon pie shake, absolutely delicious.
Your stories about the moon pie shake too are wonderful.
100%.
It is. I don't know. I really don't know what it is so hard to put together a shake nowadays. When they first opened, those shakes would look immaculate.
Every single time, yeah.
Every single time. Now, every time I go there to get a shake, I usually if I'm going there to get a shake, I'm going there because it's a new shake or I just need more content. So I'm getting a shake I haven't tried yet. Every time I go there, I get the shake and I go to the location where I go take the picture. I literally ask them for extra spoons, extra straws, and literally a wad of napkins because I have to take the shake apart, put it back together, and that's how I get those really immaculate pictures. Because when it comes to me asking Universal, asking them to put the shake together and have it look presentable, it just doesn't happen.
That's weird.
Yeah, I don't know. Usually it's always the same lady I go. It's always the same lady when I go in there. So she sees me coming, she's like,
I can't have any of this crap. Oh man.
All right, here comes Xavier.
Yeah. He's like, "Hey, Melissa, how you doing?" And she's like, "You want the same thing again? I'm just gonna give it to you. We have already pre-made. Get out of here."
Like, literally, I went to get the moon pie shake 3 different times. The third time, I was like, "All right, I'm gonna have to go with what they gave me." Like, I debated on asking because they have like a display of the moon pie shake, like sitting, in the back. I like debated on like asking, like, can I like please just get a picture of that, right?
Yeah.
But
damn.
I mean, other than that, the shake is delicious. Go get that moon pie shake.
See, we got last time we had shakes from there. It's one thing. It's like Tucson is like every once in a while for me. It's like, but specialty shakes, like, it gives me a chance to go back and check stuff out. And those truffles and is very intriguing as well. Because, like, didn't know they were there, which is also grateful for you to be here reporting on this stuff, because it's like, there's some really cool things there, and I didn't even know about it.
Yeah, 100%. We're not like very much like a food channel per se. We definitely do a lot of our food reviews, but we, it's always good to keep in tabs with that. And I talked about it earlier. It's just that I think it's so, recommendable for you guys to constantly being out at the parks, constantly seeing what's new with the foods and what's going on with that. I think it's just so, like, it's such a powerful move. And
it's a big part of theme parks that people forget about. People are like, "Oh, the rides, the theming." Yeah, but what about the biggest thing too is where you're gonna eat and what's gonna be there for you and what special options are there for you. Yeah, and sometimes it's not fully covered enough in their Universal's personal blog. So it's like there's a good place to have all this.
Yeah, I definitely, that literally was the start of this blog. It's like, I don't eat in the parks. Like, when I would go to Universal, I would just go to Panda Express in City Walk.
Yeah.
Get my Panda Express and go into the parks or get it as I'm leaving. And then I was like, I'm going to actually start trying food in the parks. And I would do research, and like nobody would have like any information on like food in the parks. And it's like, all right, I got a hobby now. This is what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. It's the best way to do it. If anybody who's ever considering to, make content or, do what they want to do, like, find that niche that nobody else is covering. Find that something that's different, that stands out from all the rest, and just run with it. Take it as far as you can, because eventually it's gonna work out for you in the end.
Yeah, it's a labor of love, but you know what? It's like I said, I love it. It's fun. You meet cool people. I'm talking to 2 of them right now.
Hey.
The last thing, well, it's definitely not the last thing food-wise, but at least the last thing I got to try was the shrimp and grits that's at Dockside Inn and Suites. Man, amazing. Like, they come out, so the lady comes out with like this, it's like a plate bowl. It's weird, like,
oh, okay, I know what you're talking. It's
yeah. So it's like their plate bowl thing that they have, and like literally, she just like keeps putting like all these grits on the plate, and then like I'm like, okay, they're just gonna give me like a little of the like sauce for the shrimp, the shrimp, and like literally, she like comes up with like almost 2 whole like soup ladles of the shrimp sauce, and I was like, what? So I like pick it up. I'm like, okay, this is heavy, and man, that literally you can eat that, and that can be a whole meal by itself. The amount of food they gave me for that shrimp and grits, like, and I don't know why I'm surprised, because like the food at Dockside Inn is actually pretty good.
Oh, stand for it, 100%.
It's the chicken and waffles. Love it. Chicken basically is like KFC chicken. Waffles. I love pancakes, so you can't go wrong with the waffles.
I mean, it's basically the same thing, but just done in a different way.
Yeah.
They have like this kind of like it's a smoothie machine.
I saw that. I when we were there, it's like, okay. I remember seeing those. I used to see them at told Toren this. It was called a pick. It was the Publix gas stations a long time ago, and it was called a Freel, and I think they still have them once in a while. But it's like you choose your cup or whatever, and it makes your little like smoothie or milkshake. And I'm like, that's just it's interesting, you know. People will get that just because like it's cool looking.
Yeah, I got it for the novelty. Like I have a whole video on Dockside and Sweets. I just haven't released it because, quite frankly, I want to redo that video over again. That tour of the hotel. But yeah, I have that in the video. I released like the clip of doing the smoothie machine, but yeah, it's pretty awesome. And have you guys tried the breakfast pizza there?
Oh, we did not.
No.
Man, like I literally debate some mornings. Like I'm like, do I want to like just go to the parks, like just go park at City Walk and take a bus over to Dockside Inn just to eat that pizza. Like it is amazing. It has like eggs on it, bacon. I forget what. It's like a creamy sauce that they use. It's not like a pizza sauce, but that pizza is amazing.
Interesting.
I think I'm trying to think overall about when we stayed at Dockside. I think like we really mainly ate there, right? We only ate like one thing out of the park. Outside of that, like we had like lunch and dinner there. The only thing we ever had other than that, I think, was a cowfish. But like we exclusively like we're gonna eat here, we're gonna get drinks here, and it was well worth it. There was nothing that was like I'm not having a horrible time, and that's a whole conversation for another time. But yeah, they're quality stuff over there.
Yeah, 100%. And just to bring back within the Mardi Gras talk of things. I didn't even realize this, but I learned this the other day too, is that every resort has some kind of Mardi Gras themed food dish at all the different like resorts and stuff. And I thought that was like such a good move to do as well. You know, like even if you're not going to go out to the parks, or even if you do go to the parks and you try all the food, like there's still stuff at your hotel that you'll be staying at that is some kind of Mardi Gras dish to try, there as well. So without having to go to the parks, you can also still taste Mardi Gras within your own resort. And I think that's such a good move for Universal.
Yeah. I have the whole list of all the different food options that are at the hotels on the website at uogrubhub.com. So if you guys want to look at that, you can definitely go check it out because I found it once on Universal's website and I haven't seen it since. So yeah, I'm like, I might be the only person that has the full list of all the different food options right now.
And so there you go. If you're planning to go stay at the Universal Resort, man, go look at the that list on his website and see what kind of good foods are there and plan your vacation around that.
Okay. So got a question. Cabana Bay. They got anything in Cabana Bay?
Yes, they do. Let's see. Over at Galaxy Bowl, they have the 3 Cajun chicken empanadas with black bean salsa and 3 sauces.
Okay.
Ooh.
They have let's see. They have a drink called Let the Good Times Roll, Bacardi Light Rum. Then it has a 12-year single barrel rum, passion fruit puree, orange juice, and let's see. It's served in a 32-ounce souvenir Galaxy Bowl cup.
Dang.
So, Toren, are we going to Cabana Bay next week?
Sounds like it.
It's been in the talks, and maybe staying at this trip. See about staying at Cabana Bay next week.
we got a couple of weeks before things get real chaotic and busy with work. We're thinking about it.
We'll definitely be trying that out. Okay, so before we end, last thing. This is also at Lowe's Royal Pacifica. It's a selection of chocolate bombs. They have pumpkin spice, s'mores, and cookies and cream. Like, I'll go for the cookies and cream. Actually, I'll go for all of them. Like, they all sound amazing. I will definitely do pumpkin spice.
And these are the chocolate bombs we're talking about that you put in like hot chocolate and stuff, correct?
I believe so, yeah. It's over at the Tuk Tuk Market, so I believe it's definitely the chocolate bombs. Oh, did you guys know they have chocolate bombs at Twosome?
Yes, I've had one of them.
Okay. Yeah.
And it was all right.
But yeah, go to the website. You guys can see all this information. Spend a lot of time make sure it's all updated for you guys, so I'm not giving you bad information. I don't think any of us have tried any of like the drinks. Have you guys tried any?
At what, Mardi Gras?
Yeah, any of the Mardi Gras drinks.
I had two of them.
Yeah,
I had just like the plain rum punch from there's the New Orleans rum punch, which is like, rum and punch. And then I had one from Brazil, and it was the strawberry and pineapple
that sounds amazing.
drink. It was pretty good as well. So, because it's either you can get just strawberry, you can get just pineapple, or you can do a combination of both.
Yeah, I haven't had any of the drinks yet.
That milk, the king cake milk or whatever, sounds the most interesting out of them all.
Yeah, milk and alcohol have always just been a weird time. Sometimes it works out fine. Sometimes it just makes you feel kind of weird, especially if it's hot outside. Like, the last thing I want to drink is a glass of milk, especially if it's got alcohol in it.
I'm just ready for a cold glass of milk.
So they have some schnapps, peppermint bark. That stuff is amazing. Ooh. One day, it was me and Ray. We were like, we need something hot to drink, but we also want, like a adult drink. So I was like, let me go to ABC Spirit and Wine, and I went there and I went searching. I was like, this sounds good. What can I add to this? And I did a quick Google search. I was like, okay, some hot chocolate with this, and literally went back to the apartment and just made drinks, and that stuff it's amazing. It's amazing by itself, but when you add hot chocolate to it,
oh, I bet that's great.
Oh, see, I'm just thinking of something now. This is something we definitely could cover on another episode. Is just certain drinks to get to the park, or special drinks you can make yourself at the park. Because I know a few of those.
Yeah, he does.
So one of the things we're gonna hopefully get into next couple episodes is talking with. I don't know if you guys know Theme Park Bar. But he covers drinks.
Yeah,
he covers all the drinks that are in the park. So as far as Disney,
Universal. I know he hated the circus peanut.
Me too.
I never tried it. So
that was, man, talking about the first couple drinks they had over at Cafe La Bamba, disgusting. I was like, what are y'all doing, Universal? After that, I have not tried any of the drinks yet, so hopefully I'll get to that. But yeah, hopefully we do an episode with Theme Park Bar so we can talk through some of these drinks, because I'm pretty sure he has had most of them, because he just actually uploaded a video. Check him out, Theme Park Bar on YouTube. He did the top, I think, 4 or 5 drinks at Universal's Mardi Gras. So yeah.
Nice.
But, yeah, that's where we're going to end it. We did it. We talked about all of the food items inside the Tribute Store and City Walk. We'll be hopefully coming back to you guys with an episode about all of the food that is a part of the International Flavors with Carnival here soon.
Woo. Yeah.
Soon, hopefully. We have to schedule our day here, but yeah, we'll see you guys
Figure it out
soon. We'll see you next time. Universal Food Blog, we're out.
Bye.
See you later.
Universal Food Blog is not affiliated with nor endorsed by Universal Orlando Resort, NBC Universal, or Comcast. All NBC Universal and Universal Orlando icons, titles, events, and items are property, trademark, and copyright of Universal Studios or their respective trademark and copyright holders.